Blessings Halftime TV viewers and subscribers. Welcome to another episode, and in this one we're going to share some reactions, or one reaction in particular, to RUDOLPH SPEID'S appointment as head of the Jamaica football team, or basically coach of the national team. Now, we did a video yesterday where we spoke about the different roles that RUDOLPH SPEID held previously or prior to the announcement, and the JFF, they released a statement, and in that statement they didn't really give any clarity on what that meant for RUDOLPH SPEID'S previous role. And I say previous role because I'm alluding to the special advisor to the coach as well as chairman of the technical committee, because you know the chairman of the technical committee has oversight on who is hired, or basically has a final say on who is hired as the coach of the national team. Now, we're going to go through that in the next few minutes or so, but remember, smash the like button and subscribe to Halftime TV if you have not yet done so. Now, this has been making the waves. Everyone has been talking about it. It's been everywhere, really, and I think the term that we've been hearing, the term that's been repeated over and over and over again, is conflict of interest. And I know, like, folks have their issues with RUDOLPH SPEID. Here at Halftime TV, we have no issue with RUDOLPH SPEID. I think, considering what he's done on the local level, like with Cavalier, I think had it been a case where he was appointed, and I've said this on other platforms, had it been a case where he was appointed in isolation, meaning he was coaching Cavalier and he received the call up for the role, I would have been okay with it. Had it been a case where he didn't have other positions at the Jamaica Football Federation, then I think it would have been okay with most of the folks who support Jamaican football, most of the folks who played for Jamaica. And I think it is the same thing with this particular player, because he came out and he posted this on his Instagram story. And I tell you something, he not only posted it on his Instagram story, but an active member with the current team, the national team, commented under it with a laughing emoji, and that basically tells its own story. So I'll be going through what was said, and I'll be inviting you, the viewers and subscribers, to share your thoughts below this video. Let me know what are your reactions to this statement from this reggae boy, or should I say former reggae boy, because as you know, most of the active players, or most of the players who are currently with the national team or who still receive call-ups, they will not want to share their thoughts for whatever reason. You have some, maybe like Leon Bailey, etc., who will openly come out and say what he feels like he needs to say. But I think for the most part, these players, they won't come out and they won't say anything because of, well, you know, they won't say it because they know what the repercussions are. All right, so we'll go through it. We'll go through it. Let's read what Kemar Lawrence, and if you know, former captain of the national team, a very decorated reggae boy player as well, very decorated player at the club level, played hundreds of times in the MLS, represented Jamaica on a number of occasions as well. Multiple major tournaments he's represented Jamaica, and I mean Gold Cup. Got that big free kick goal for Jamaica so many years ago in the Gold Cup as well, that had everyone talking about or hopes of actually winning the Gold Cup. But let's get down to what Kemar Lawrence said. So, and he at the Jamaica Football Federation, I'm going to take the Jamaican people for some clown, nothing but fronting. And I'll post the video. I'll post the post. I'll put it right next to this one. All right, so you'll see it to the side of me while I read. You can read it as well. I'm going to take Jamaican people for some clown, nothing but fronting. You could have taken a week or two and find someone to really come help the team, but no, rush and give on a friend the job. Maybe hire himself at this point. Stop having the players them look like they can't play football, and get a quality coach that has a playing style and tactics. Give the man them a fair chance for once. And I won't repeat the language that he used, but he used some colorful language there. So basically he's saying give the players a chance for once, hire a quality coach, and obviously his frustration is there. You can see him referring to terms like, I'm gonna take Jamaican people for clown, nothing but fronting, as we put on the title for this video. He goes on to say the director of football for Jamaica directed himself in the head coach position. Do the maths. Now, obviously, Kemar Lawrence is frustrated with this. Obviously, he's frustrated and he's shared his thoughts. And I think, as you can see, as you can see, he's not happy with it, and this seems to be something that's festered over the years. And we know Kemar Lawrence, he was with the national team for years upon years upon years, and I expect more former players to come out and to share their thoughts. As I said about the active players, I don't expect them to come out because they're a bit fearful of the repercussions. Similar like any workplace, you don't want to openly share your thoughts on your boss because you know what it may very well mean, and that's no surprise there. But again, I want to hear what you, the viewers and subscribers, have to say. Do you agree with Kemar Lawrence? Do you think he should have taken a different route? Do you think he's justified in his assessment of the situation? Let's hear it and more. And also, I'm just concerned about what this may mean for some of the players in the camp who've spoken about on Rudolph Speed in the past, as well as those who, because don't get me wrong, there are some players that they have to be included in the squad because of whatever reason. The quality they have, it cannot be overlooked. But what does this mean from Rudolph Speed being in the boardroom in comparison to being on the sideline? Like, we can coexist if you're in the boardroom, but when you're on the sideline and you're the one barking instructions at me on the pitch, like, the variables change. So again, let's continue having those conversations below, and don't forget, like, share and subscribe. Again, Kemar Lawrence, he's not happy with Rudolph Speed's appointment, and he's made that clear, crystal clear right here, with the addition of some colorful language as well. Furious to say the least. And as I mentioned, active player commented under his post with laughing emojis, so we can basically decipher what we want from that. Basically tells its own story, but obviously we won't see too many of the active players coming out and sharing their thoughts because of fear of repercussions. But I'll leave it at that. Don't forget Halftime TV, folks. Like, share and subscribe. Until next time.